Okay, hello guys. We're going to be doing, well, I'm going to be doing the second part to the Gotham City Imposters review. I did say it was going to be the first part. I'm sorry, really, because this is going to be the part of the video, well, second part of the review, where I talk about the customization options, because I feel like it needs to be done separately, just because there's so much to it, and it's kind of it's part of the game that I didn't really want to explain within the main review, just simply because I felt like it was its own part of the game. It's such a wide part of the game that it adds its own, it needs to be done on its own. So, yeah, I'm just a little bit why I was going to put it the first part, because it would make sense to make it the first part, but there are a few complications to that, but it doesn't really matter. You can watch that bit first, and if this is out by the time you're watching it, then watch this first, and then watch that second. That I give the numbers, and I give the numbers, the rating, and I give the overview of the actual review and of the game, overview of the game. Basically, it's the format that I can review all of the games. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, we've got the black market. Now, black market is what you buy with the Steam on the Steam store. Basically, you buy stuff on the black market from the Steam store through microtransactions, pretty much. So we've got boosts here, which boosts you XP, boosts your team. Coin gives you more coins up there. I'll go through that in a minute. You can buy mascots, imposter bundles, which gives you like starter weapon packs, and loadouts and certain extra customization parts. Obviously, different packages give you different ones. So, yeah. I haven't really looked into the microtransactions because I don't really, agree with them. So I haven't really looked into those much. Costume sets and the bundles. Let's have a look. I can't buy on Steam. Okay, so I was going to show you the prices, but it isn't I can buy it on Steam. So the black market is essentially the places where microtransactions happen. Microtransactions don't need to happen. I mean, you could play it perfectly fine without microtransactions. I mean, I'm playing it quite fine, and I really like it. Jacob, I think, maybe liked it. So, yeah, as far as I know, you can get everything in the game without microtransactions. So I'd imagine that you can play it perfectly fine without any of the microtransactions. I mean, you don't need to pay for it. That's the essence of microtransactions. That's what they're there for. But doesn't change the fact that they're there and that a lot of people disagree with them. I kind of won't go into that now because a quick search on the internet will probably give away most of them better than I can. And if anything, they're quite clear because although it's a free-to-play game, it has to make money somehow. I agree that it has to make money somehow, but I think it can get a little bit out of hand. But this game does it quite well. I mean, they're quite hidden. The only place you'll come across them is within the black market, and as I say, you can play it very well and very legitly without... Is legitly a word? Yeah, anyway, you can play it very legit without the microtransactions. Right. Okay, so let's go into the secret identity. Right. The secret identity is basically where you customize the character, both of those characters, the Batman costume and the Joker costume. You do your calling cards, which I'll show to you, gangs, I'll show to you, mascots, and obviously I haven't got except promotions, so I can't really talk about that, but from what I've seen of it and what I've heard of it, it's not a big part of the game. It's not, as I said in the beginning, I mean, it's not really, this is done separately because it adds, customization adds a lot to the game, whereas accept promotion isn't a big part of the customization. Okay, so let's go into loadouts first. So, you have your ready weapon, your backup weapon, your support gadget, support item, gadget, fun fact 1, fun fact 2, rampage, psychic profile, body type, face type. Right. So, your ready weapon and your backup weapon can be anything. It's not like in Call of Duty or anything like that where they have to be two separate games. No, they're one game. They're not two separate games, sorry, two separate guns. They don't have to be one pistol. Doesn't have to be one pistol, one machine gun or anything like that. It doesn't have to fit a criteria. Just any guns you like. I prefer this gun because I'm not good with aiming, so shredders are good for spraying, and Thunder Dragon is quite useful because it does quite a lot of area effect damage, and you don't have to be on the target, and you get more points for getting on target, which is always nice. Right, so weapons. These so these ones are obviously machine gunny types. That's a fully automatic, 3-round burst, semi-automatic. They're basically rifles. They do sound really nice, though, as I explained in my review. I think they do sound really nice anyway. They sound really meaty, and the backfire's quite good and quite reasonable. Yeah, I don't see any problem with those. I don't really use them much. I didn't use it in my Let's Play part because I kind of wanted to show you the varied guns, and I haven't really unlocked many, but I don't really use them just because I think the game has a lot to offer through customization, that type of thing. And it's one of those games where you kind of just want to let loose and go a bit crazy and nuts, and they're quite bland compared to others. Submachine guns. So you've got the Gatekeeper and the Desperado. These are basically smaller machine guns, essentially. You know, not much really to submachine guns, yeah, essentially. As you can kind of see with the Shredder and the Thunder Dragon, they're made of, and the hatchet and the jetpack is all kind of made out of like bits of junk and kind of pieced together quite crudely. That's kind of the style of the game, as I kind of explained in the review. It's kind of a, I don't think the Let's Play. Anyway, links to those down at the bottom, by the way. That's kind of the few features and styles of the game, because it's kind of, the plot of the game is that Batman and Joker have gone. They've gone away from the city, and these fill-ins have basically come in, and these guys are basically sitting at home, just going, you know what we can do? We can go around and be Batman, essentially, because all these Jokers have just gone around and thought, you know, literally Jokers have just gone around and thought, since Batman's gone, we can make a whole mess. So basically, people in their back gardens have just decided to pick up anything from their garage and make crappy guns, like the Shredder and the Jack, Deep Freezer, that type of thing. Look, it's made of junk and stuff. And that one, that's I could, you know, make that if I was stuck in B&Q for a night. Which is why I can still believe that these guns are still in there, because this is most probably based in America. That's where most, you know, that's where most comics are based. And if I was in America, and obviously, well, I don't know about it anymore, but when this game was made, you could own guns, obviously, with a license. So if there was Jokers running on the street and you did want to become a Batman in honestly a crappy way, you could just go pick these up at any gun shop, couldn't you? Which is still why these guns fit into the game and still believable and doesn't take away from the realism when you've got guns like this. And you know, as long as they feel good and work well, it's fine. So you've got these. The bow's always good. I like the bow. Everybody likes the bow. That one's quite good. I use that a lot. Shotgun. Thunder Dragon, Bombarder, which is basically a slingshot, and Boarding Party. Thunder Dragon I like, is one of my favourites. I usually have it out a lot. Accuracy is quite high, which is kind of what I need. Rate of fire isn't a lot high, but it's okay because it does a lot of damage. Take down one of the big guys really easily. Reload speed is not bad, so rate of fire isn't that bad. And then you've got the other weapons, the smaller pistols and stuff. So far I've only got the pistol, which isn't great. You've got the Motivator, which basically heals people. Falcon Blade, which is katana. And the Witch Doctor, which is slow moving ball that stuns enemies. Okay. And extra damage to armoured targets. Right. So let's talk a little bit about the ready weapon. Yeah, let's talk about the unlocks. So, as you can kind of see, let's have a look. Shotguns. I didn't have to unlock the Persuader to get the Chaperone. Because the coins just mean you can unlock anything you like. So, if I had enough coins... No, sorry. I need unlocks. Coins are for customization for the costume, sorry. So, if I have enough unlocks, which I don't, I've got 0 unlocks, I could unlock this. For every so many levels, you get one unlock, and then you can kind of save them up and get as many as you like. So, I can unlock any, like, I didn't need to unlock this one, then this one, then this one. I can just unlock the Bear Stalker straight away, if I have one unlock. I do approve of this way more than like a standard FPS, like, loadout system where you have to go down. Like, the more levels you gain, the more guns you unlock. I don't like that very much because it means that the high levels are always the ones who are the best, and the rich stay richer, as it were. So I prefer it like this because it means you can choose any gun you like and you can customize your playstyle around your loadout and your loadout around your playstyle, essentially. So I like it that way. I think it's better for people like me who aren't as good because it means the game's more fun because you get straight to the bits you enjoy rather than having to go. Like, I remember playing Black Ops on my PS3 ages ago, back when it first came out, and because I wasn't very good at the game and because I wasn't that interested in the game when I wasn't playing with friends and things, which is pretty much all anybody did on PS3 at least, anybody I know anyway. So what we used, used to play like homemade games out of that, like custom parties, that type of thing. But I really disliked the unlock system because it meant the guns I really wanted to use, I had to get to a certain level, and to get to that certain level, you need to unlock. You need to play with certain guns you've already unlocked. But I never liked those type of guns. It wasn't so much in World at War because World at War had a lot of guns that everybody liked at low level as well as high level, like the flamethrower was at the top or high level. At the same time, you had the MP40 and the Type 100, the mid-range low level. So I think World at War worked well, but Black Ops didn't work so well like that because there weren't so many guns that I really liked. Whereas this game, getting back to this game, if I wanted the Desperado but didn't like the Gatekeeper, I didn't have to unlock the Gatekeeper first and then play through the game to get the Desperado. It doesn't work like that, which I really approve of. Right, mods. Okay, so these are essentially the mods you use. See, I've got 2 unlocks, so I can unlock... Which one? Red dots. Extended magazines, always nice. We'll have a look at anything else. Backup weapon. Yeah, but you get different unlocks for different things. So unlocks aren't universal, which is also kind of limiting, but it's limiting in a good way. Is control, which is what you need in an FPS. Which is why I think Black Ops did what they did, and Treyarch did what they did, and Activision did what, I don't know who's responsible for it, but that's what they did. They used it to control how the levels went and try and balance it, whereas what these guys do is give you certain unlocks for different things. So I've got 2 unlocks for the mods, 0 unlocks for the guns, and you unlock the different unlocks different levels. but then you have to spend it in different ways. Which is why I actually liked hang on, was it Black Ops? Was it Black Ops with the points? Anyway, the one with the points worked well. I think it was Black Ops, I can't remember. Anyway, the one with the points was okay, because then you could buy points for which is whatever you want. But the game where you had to unlock the guns as you went down, I know World at War did it pretty well, but the one, I think it might have been Modern Warfare 2, you had to unlock as you went through, which was certain guns, and I never liked that. Whereas with Black Ops, you had certain points, for the point score thing, you get to just buy out the guns you liked, which is was a good thing. I think those points are universal, whereas this isn't, so it adds more control. Which is, it depends on whether or not that's a good thing. It's kind of a personal thing, I would imagine. But it's good enough. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's good enough. Right. And I like it. I think it works well. Alright, so I've talked enough about that. Let's move on to the support items. So, we've got the pipe bomb, the impact grenade, the boomerang, the hatchet, the shuriken, bear trap, traveling box, body armor, and drink. I use the hatchet, which is essentially a tomahawk, or throwing knife, or anything like that. Shurikens are good too. I don't know really a lot to say about this. They're traps, and I think they add quite a lot to the game. Not as much as the gadgets do, obviously, and not as much as the primary weapons do. They're nice that they're there, and they're nice that they're varied, and they're not just, here's a smoke grenade, here's an EMP, here's a... At least they're adding, like boomerang onto it, and the hatchet is it literally a hatchet, it's not like a tomahawk. And you've got shurikens, which is a nice addition, and the body armor is just like a dustbin attached to your torso. Yes, and magical and drinks that restore health. Okay, right, let's move on to gadgets. Now, as I kind of said in my Let's Play and my review, I really like the gadgets, and I really like what they add. I'm not going to go through it now, because I kind of went through it enough in my review. And I've just put my headphones in. Oh well. That's it for the headphones, isn't it? Yes, I kind of liked the review, and I kind of like the gadgets, and I explained it in the review, is what I was meant to say. Keep modest, so, I'm not going to explain that again, because I've kind of gone through it, and if you really wanted to see them, watch both of them, which I recommend you do. But, here's the options pretty much. You've got the glider rig, which allows you to jump in the air with the trampolines and then glide for a bit, which is a great design there with the teddy bear. Grappling gun, which you can grapple to walls with, quite useful, sorry. The ramps allow you to go faster on roller skates, so you're literally gliding everywhere. Makes you faster, and then you can shoot and jump very far distances off the ramps. Springs, charge and release the hoister through the air, short recovery time, which is quite useful. Inflatable shoes. Oh, there you go. Let's jump high. I've never really used those, never really seen them used. I don't know if that's a, don't know if that really tells us anything. Reveals enemy positions that it tags for your enemies so your team can see them. Awards assist points when your teammates kill target vessels. No, I'm looking next. Ninja smoke allows you to become nigh invisible, but you can't use weapons as bottoms while the effect is active. And the jetpack, which is, I think, the most fun thing. I think I'll probably use those from now on when I unlock them. But the jetpack's still the most fun, maybe other than roller skates. Roller skates are good on certain maps, depending on where the ramps are placed. But jetpack's always fun, because it means you can just fly up in the air and get to really good positions and fly away from people. And air attacks. But you still, and you can have, if two people have a jetpack, you can have like an air battle. But it's not none of them are overpowered. So I think they work well. I think they speed gameplay up. I think they add something to the game and the gameplay, which I enjoy, and they make it more fun and challenge. Well, not so much challenging, just more adds more depth to it, definitely. But as I said, I won't go through those now. Well, I'll go through the reason behind those. Okay, let's do fun facts. Okay. These are basically extra perks, which increase your health, revived by teammates, health starts regenerating sooner, your weapon comes back fast after sprinting. You can read them. I don't need to read them for you. I assume you can read. Now, fun fact 2, which is basically the second perk. Not. Oh, there's more. Not difficult. Again, you can read through those if you want to. I use marksman. What is marksman? Blitzers to do a little extra damage. Yeah, the fun fact 2 aren't very exciting. They're not as exciting as the others. I think they probably had trouble keeping the same excitement and all the. Oh, I have one more. Yeah, I haven't really unlocked any of them because I haven't. Again, they're not too exciting. Like, there's really only 2 good ones, really. I mean, there's that good one, maybe that one. Your weapon comes back fast after sprinting is quite good. That depends on who's in your team. Okay, so facial, body, and body type. Is that giving? Okay. Right. So, body type. So you have mighty, which is I'll go through that in a minute. Burly, which is like chubby cheeks. Tough, nimble, speedy. Speedy I found is a little bit underpowered because it doesn't move fast enough. So it's not really adding anything to it. Is what I found. Nimble's the only kill. Right, nimble can jump a little extra higher. Jump a little thanks to that aspect. Heard yeah, again, doesn't really add much. Tough is the middle ground, so I quite like that one. I think because it means you're not too fast, not too slow. It's quite useful. Burly, heavy gear without penalties, but extra girth makes him an easier target. And then you've also got mighty. Heavy gear isn't nothing but easier target to hit out range. But I do think that he, this mighty one, I haven't really seen many burlies, but mighty I've seen it quite a lot. And I think it's a little bit overpowered because it can take a little bit extra time to kill him. And by little bit, I mean a lot. Like, he takes, maybe you saw my Let's Play, I think I did mention it, that it takes a while to get him down. Like, compared to all the others, that is definitely the one to go with. I'm not speedy just because I thought it'd be a lot quicker, and I kind of like the scout. Or, no, is it the scout? Soldier? I haven't played Team Fortress 2 in a while. In Team Fortress 2, I like the the one with the pistol and that, because I quite like how fast he runs. I'm thinking about a month, actually. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I haven't been in a while anyway. And I don't really pay attention to the names. Something heavy, really. And gunner. Right, mighty. Yeah. So it's a little bit overpowered, but it's fine. Let's do Rampage. Rampage is essentially, what do they call them? Kill streaks. Essentially kill streaks. So you've got inflicts double damage for 15 seconds, and by dishing out 12 points of damage without dying. You can read them if you pause and read. Pause and read, pause and read, pause and read, pause and read, pause and read. Okay, so I'm using Eagle Eye, it shows positions for any players on the radar map, and by dishing out 12,000 points of damage without dying. Okay, not really very exciting compared to the others. And psychic profile. I can't remember. Right, Okay, so yeah, I remember what these are now. So essentially, it's how they give you extra perks for how you perform on the game. So, for example, there's anti-social there, so you get bonuses for selfish actions and penalty for team actions. That type of thing. Things, you know, a little bit more exciting. You can read them if you like, I suppose. Okay. Back. And back. Right, so that is the loadouts. Back to... Right, okay, so these will probably take the longest to do, so we'll do these first. Mascots. Remember, you could buy these with microtransactions. I'm not really sure how you get them otherwise. You probably just unlock them at certain levels, but there are a lot of levels, by the way. That's just while I'm going through these mascots. I don't really pay attention to them. They're not exactly my thing. So, yeah, there are a lot of levels. I mean, a lot. Like, I've seen people with like over 100 levels. There is a lot of levels. There doesn't seem to be like a prestige thing or anything like that. They all seem to be based on Batman. So yeah, yeah, there seems to be a lot of levels. Seems to be of people over 100, 112, that sort of thing. I'm level 19, I think. That's what I've got. Anyway, there you go, level 20 unlock a new weapon, because you get a new key. You can look if you like, you unlock. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of levels, which means there's a lot of room to unlock everything. Absolutely everything, and then you can still do what you like with it, I suppose. So yeah, there's a lot of replayability and that type of thing. So for that many levels, really. Right. So gangs. This is essentially you'll join one, and then it gives you extra perks, that type of thing. Like I'm reputation with hazmats now. So yeah, you can kind of join any gang you like, and they give you extra abilities or extra perks and different maps, that type of thing. So I get extra perks on that. Right. Don't really know much about that. Right, calling card, background. So this is your player name pretty much. See, look how many there are. And this unlocks like every 2 levels, every 8 levels. This doesn't seem to really be a sequence, really. Just when you're due for one, really. What I found. So yeah, I'm using that one. No pasta, no sauce is my just dapper pickle or French really for all. That's a thing. Right, so yeah, it's basically your picture that comes up, profile picture. Symbol. Again, there's 11 pages. All of those. I've got the bullet hole. And the catchphrase, which is what changes there. So we've got all of those. And you can look. Right. So, yeah, a lot of creativity and a lot of effort gone into them. Now, and I really like how the loadouts, as I said, and the calling cards and that type of thing. Calling card, gangs, and mascots are a big addition, which adds to the replayability and just helps overall, really. Okay, we took a little bit of a break. So let's get back to it. Edits, facts, costumes. Now, essentially they work the same way as loadouts. You have lots of different parts of the body which you can buy clothes for with coins, and then you just put them on, and then you've got 2 loadouts for that. And then you get one for the bats and one for the jokers, depending on which team you're on. This is basically just an extra little bit like that you can unlock, because that's 1,500 coins, which does take a while to unlock. I mean that's not cheap. And then there's certain items that can only be bought with microtransactions. Before I did say that microtransactions don't really affect the game very much. That's because costumes do not affect the game much. So I don't like the fact that you can only buy certain costumes with certain microtransactions, and you can't buy individual ones. You have to buy a big, like if you're going to add microtransactions, at least add them where you either can buy little individual bits or everything. And it doesn't seem like that's possible. If it is, that's great, but I still disagree with microtransactions. But it doesn't add much to the game, customization wise. Customization wise, it adds quite a lot, but gameplay wise, it doesn't add much. So overall, doesn't affect the game tremendously, and doesn't like affect the balance of the game. So so you've got Cal for the Dark Knight. So I'm wearing the Dark Knit at the moment, and I've got the Rascal, Cardboard Crusader, which I can unlock with my coins. So if I just wanted to unlock it, then I could just buy it like that. And you can buy. Oh, it looks like you can buy individual ones with Steam, but it looks like these ones you can't. You've got eyeballs, all types of stuff like that. Just going to show you what's on offer. So you can't really create an actual Batman as such. You have to create a mock parody of him, which is kind of the way with this game. Which, again, it doesn't really affect gameplay, but if you're looking to just create a Batman FPS, then that's not going to happen, is it? Because all the fanboys of Batman would go crazy, including me, probably. Because Batman, you know, that's not what Batman's about. He's not about shooting things. As is the way of microtransactions, the best, like Spurred Justice, those type of things, and the Bat Boots, all the good ones are reserved for microtransactions and paying, as is the way of microtransactions. I mean, they've got to give you some incentive to play. If all the good ones, well, to buy even, sorry, if all the good ones could be unlocked without paying, no one would pay. So Joker's has a completely different, oh, sorry, I got hiccups. Completely different style compared to Batman, just simply because, well, different character. And I think they really did enjoy creating these customization options, and I think they really did like that aspect of the game, because they really did put a lot of effort into it. And it seems to have come off well. I don't think it's too serious, but at the same time it's not. It still adds something to the game, because you have to unlock everything, but it doesn't add anything to the gameplay. That's the difference. That's why I'm not too bothered about microtransactions, because it doesn't bother. As long as it doesn't affect the gameplay and the balance of the game, you can still enjoy the game. Style can come into that, but this is a separate part of the style. Like in Warframe, the lighting effects and that type of thing, and the lens flares get on my nerves. Whereas the effects in this isn't an effect, it's a style. It's part of the game that you can overlook and still enjoy the game, so it doesn't matter. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't actually affect the game to an extent which I cannot and can no longer enjoy the game, because those microtransactions are there for that small part of the game. Right, so that concludes our customization options. I think the game is worth playing. I kind of summarise, as I already said in the review, and the Let's Play is even more of a summary, and I kind of just go and actually play the game and comment on the game as I'm playing it. They're both worth watching. You know, they're both worth watching as much as this was worth watching. So, go watch it. There are links in the description. I'm sure Jacob handles all the description type of things. I'm sure Jacob will handle that for me. So yeah, have fun with Gotham City Imposters if you enjoy it, and hopefully this is kind of giving you an insight into the review. I think, just out of interest, if you're interested, oh there you go, not taking problems again. Well, server was full, that's kind of against principle. 20 out of 30 I gave it. 20 out of 30 I gave it in the review. I usually don't say them in the videos, but this isn't really the main part of the review, so. And the right reason I don't say them is because it may be something to change in the future, or something like that, something along those lines, that type of thing. Anything like that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed Gotham City Imposters. At the end, I did try and give you gameplay, but again, you know, so well. Okay. Thank you. See ya.